Good morning, my name is Solène Anglaret and I was born and raised in France.
So when did you come to Australia, or perhaps because you are an adult and you've had a bit of a journey, maybe you could give us a summary of how you come to be in Australia now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I was 18, I moved to Norway for the first time. I studied and worked there for a year.
Why Norway?
It was so as part of my studies, we had to make a list of the different countries we wanted to go to. And Norway was not the first one on my list, but then it was dependent on the grades you got. And so I ended up getting
So what study were you doing? So you finished your primary school, high school?
Yes.
And then what did you go on? Did you study in France?
Yeah, I studied in France.
And what were you studying there? In Normandy?
I was studying at the Institute of Political Science in Bordeaux, so in the southwest of France.
Did you move there by yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I moved to Norway by myself when I was 18 to study.
And then you did this course in political science?
Yes,
and
5 years course. So as part of the 5 years, you do the first year is in Bordeaux. Second year, everyone goes abroad somewhere. So I went to Norway.
That's nice.
And then you come back, you do another year in Bordeaux, and then you do 2 years of masters.
This, when you go and study in another country,
yeah.
Do you have to do it yourself? Do you have to support yourself? And
so you get, it's called the Erasmus program. It's a European program, and they give you a small grant, which helps you to obviously move there and settle down there. But it doesn't cover your full expenses. So I also waitressed. I was working as a waitress. And then I also worked in a shop selling souvenirs.
So then, now you were in the US for a few months. You said you went to London. You were finished. So why did you go to London?
I went to London for my first job. So I finished university and then I decided I really want to go abroad again.
And how did you feel about, because you left home very early, how did your parents feel about you leaving so early and you travelling by yourself and all this?
I actually recently asked my parents how they felt about me leaving when I was so young and traveling and all this. And, I thought they would be like, oh, we were sad, we missed you, but no. They said, we were so happy for you, we're so proud of you, you should keep following your dreams and traveling the world. I brought him because I'd like to think he's one of the most traveled teddy bears in the world.
He's so gorgeous, look at the dress.
He's getting a bit old, but...
Is this a French teddy bear?
Yes, I've had it since I was 1. It's a gift from my great-grandma.
And it's such good condition.
She died at 100 years old and she gave me this gift.
I won't make it to 100,
I've taken it to every single country that I've been to. Like literally, it's embarrassing, but it's always in my suitcase.
Is it a girl or a boy?
I haven't decided still, even after all these years.
Maybe it's neutral. I think toys can be neutral.
Exactly, I think it's neutral. And
it can be a boy or a girl.
I've traveled to 46 countries, and so it's been to 46 countries.
Bear's travelled everywhere.
Yeah,
Bear's been everywhere, man.
And in July, I'm going to Laos and Vietnam, so that'll be 48 for the bear.
Has the bear got a name?
Yeah, it's called Buchu.
Guchu?
Buchu.
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 How do you spell that?
Boutchou.
Oh, Buchu.
It's in the book as well. It's a very famous teddy bear.
Okay. So let's come to this now. So
yes.
You said that you wanted time to. And when did you start this?
So I started writing when I arrived in Australia, so 8 months ago. I wrote the book in 2.5 months.
Wow, that's good.
I was writing full time and I was enjoying it so much that it just kept coming out of me. And then it took me 4.5 months to actually do everything else. So the editing, the publishing, and the cover design. I worked with a designer from India, a typesetter from Romania, and an editor in Sydney. So a very kind of international creation, put it this way.
And what inspired you? I'm intrigued to ask people for different reasons. What inspired them that they had to write the book at that particular time? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. What inspired me to write this book is all of the traveling that I've done. And I think the reason why I wrote it, when I wrote it, is because I suddenly had this space, this time, that I could sit down with myself and I could let it kind of come to me.
And you had all the memories fresh there.
Yes. Yeah, I think every writer has their own process. For me, I'm a bit organized, very organized. So I mapped out, each chapter is a different country. So I mapped out my experience in that country and kind of the key moments on one sheet of paper. And then I just wrote from there. So my book is about traveling and living abroad, but it's also a reflection on where or what is home. So each chapter is about home, where is home, or is home here, or could home be there,
and what are the diagrams at the beginning of each chapter?
Yeah, they're little illustrations of each place. So this book was self-published, so I did everything on my own. I created an entity in Australia called Be Beyond Borders, which is my brand, my company, and so it's a blog and it's also publishing. It's available on my website, bebeyondborders.com. It's also available on Amazon, and it's going to be available in bookstores all over Australia because I signed an agreement yesterday with Dennis & Jones. My second book is a children's story, and it's called Where Are You From? I wrote it on a morning walk, so every morning I go for a walk for a couple of hours to kind of clear my head and think about what I'm going to do that day.
Dancing. Is that from a young age, or was that a hobby?
I started dancing when I was 4. I did modern jazz.
Modern jazz?
Yes, for 10 years.
Things
I think
like that?
dancing
So you
is
don't
a
perform,
great
for
way.
example?
No. I would love to, but I don't think I'm good enough.
All right.
I do a bit of acting on the side as well, and extra work and things like that, but not dancing at this stage.
Where do you see your future?
Whereas in a physical place or a thing to do?
Oh, I don't know. What do you see for your future, the next 5 years or something like that?
For the next 5 years, I hope to become an author of several books. I have a lot of other book ideas, and I really hope that my acting and presenting career will take off. And as to a physical place...
Present what, on television or...
TV or radio.
Oh, very good. Like journalism, like you wanted to do. Okay,
yeah,
very
I'm
good.
back to my childhood dreams at the moment.
Yeah,
so
no, go for it. Go for it.
Go.
You shouldn't give up. And especially you're still young and everything like that. And before you have children and things like that. So, yeah, you must have a message for the young people.
Yeah, I would say... if I had a message for young people out there, it would be to follow your hearts, chase your dreams, although be prepared and surround yourself by the right people.